Hi, I'm David Hall with Kraft Music. Today we're going to take a closer look at the Yamaha Clavinova CLP-535. Think of this as a video owner's manual. I'm going to take you through the sounds, the songs, the functions, and the recording capabilities of this excellent digital piano. If you have any questions about this or any other Clavinova, please contact our sales advisors. They can also put together a custom package of accessories to help further your playing experience. This is the Yamaha Clavinova CLP-535. It comes in multiple finish options. This is the rosewood. It also comes in black, mahogany, and high polish ebony. Starting at the top, we have a music rest which can be collapsed down. We also have a sliding key cover. This keeps the dust out of the keyboard. And we also have 3 pedals, just like an acoustic piano. The damper or sustain, the sostenuto, and the soft pedal. Lastly, we have braced front legs to help add to the stability and strength of the cabinet. The on switch is located to the right of the keyboard. Simply press and hold it for 1 second and the keyboard will turn on. The master volume is located right below the on switch. To the left of the keyboard, we have our control panel. You'll notice a very large screen that tells you everything that's going on. First, we see the sound. It defaults to the grand piano. Secondly, we see what tempo is set and also if any effects are showing. To change sounds, we go to the different groupings. First, we have piano. As I mentioned, the default is the CFX Grand. Press it again, and we have a Bosendorfer. Press it again, and we have a bright piano. One more press, and we have a mellow grand. One more press, and it's a warm grand piano. Next, we have a pop grand piano. Next, we have jazz piano. Next, we have a rock piano. All of these pianos sound excellent. Further adding to the realism, the piano includes a graded hammer action with escapement. What this means is that on the low end, the keys will feel heavier, and as you work your way up the scale, they'll feel lighter. Lastly, you can adjust the touch responsiveness of this keyboard to your playing style. There are 34 tones within this piano. We just heard the acoustic pianos. All of these are broken down into groups: piano, electric piano, organ, strings, bass, and other. And that would include the harpsichords, vibes, and guitars. Let's take a closer look at the electric piano sounds. Here's stage electric piano. Next, we have a DX electric piano. Next is a vintage electric piano. Next is a soft electric piano. And you may notice if you're listening with headphones that it has a subtle panning effect. Next we have a phaser electric piano, which uses a classic phasing effect. Next we have a bright DX piano. And lastly we have a tremolo vintage piano. Moving on to the organs, the first choice we have is organ principal. Next we have an organ tutti. Next up we have two jazz organs, but something I like to note is the touch responsiveness of the keyboard is automatically adjusted to match the instrument sound. When you play the organ, it's not touch sensitive like a piano. You can't do loud and soft. And that is actually replicated whenever you select an organ sound. Jazz organ 2. And lastly, the mellow organ. The next group is strings, but you'll also find choir and a nice soft synthesized pad sound. Here's strings. Slow strings. The choir sound. A slow choir. Synth pad. The next group, basses, includes acoustic, electric, and fretless. Here's that same acoustic bass, this time with the ride cymbal added. This is great for jazz. Next is the electric bass. And lastly, we have the fretless bass. The last tone bank is labeled Others, And here's where you'll find the harpsichords, vibraphone, and guitars. Here's the first harpsichord. This is an 8-foot. Pay attention to the sound of the harpsichord. You'll notice a plucking sound as I release the keys. This is true to the instrument. The next sound is a 8-foot plus 4-foot, essentially a layer of two different harpsichord sounds. Next we have the vibraphone. And finally, there are two guitars included in this section. Here's the nylon string. And here's the steel string. The CLP-535 has the ability to layer two different sounds or have you set a split point to have one sound up here and another on the lower end of the keyboard. To layer sounds, simply press the dual split button and you'll see the two different sounds appear. And you can adjust the volume of either of those sounds. A really popular combination is piano and strings. Next, let's take a look at the split function. Press the dual split button again, and you'll see in the window the right and the left sound. A popular choice would be to have piano with bass. Just like layering, you have the ability to set the volume level of either sound. Plus, you can adjust the split point. Most digital pianos only allow you to layer or split. The CLP-535 gives you both. In this case, I can layer two sounds in the right hand and add a third sound in the left hand. For example, piano and strings in my right and bass in my left. The next section is the metronome. Simply turn it on, and you can adjust your tempo by using the arrow left or arrow right. You'll notice a digital readout of your speed right on the screen. Secondly, you can adjust the time signature. You'll notice the downbeat has a bell tone. The CLP-535 has a built-in recording studio. To access the recording feature, simply press record. You'll see in the screen new song appear, and you can choose from track 1 or track 2 to record your playing. Here's track 1. Press stop. Now you are prompted to either save that recording, retry it, or cancel it. I'm going to save that recording, and I'll see a confirmation message in the window. Next, I'd like to add on part 2. So press and hold record, move down to my song, my new user song, and select that, and begin playing. When I'm finished, press stop. So now I've recorded my first 2 parts, and I can keep adding parts up to a total of 16. Each part can have a different sound. I can store up to 250 songs in the internal memory. I can then transfer those songs to a USB flash drive, put them on my PC or Mac for further editing. In addition to the built-in song recorder, I can use the USB audio recording tool. From here, I can take my live performances, record them onto a USB stick as a WAV file. From here, I can transfer that WAV file to my computer, either Mac or PC, for further editing, sharing on social media, or I can even burn an audio CD. The CLP-535 has an amazing selection of songs. First of all, there's a demo song for each of the voices, so you have 34 different songs there. When you press the Songs button, you'll see a Lessons folder. Within the Lessons folder, you'll find compositions by great composers such as Beyer, Bergmuller, Czerny, and Hannon. Each of the pieces in these folders correlate to music publications containing popular teaching and repertoire pieces. Another folder in the Song menu is labeled Piano 50. The songs within this folder correlate to the music book that came with your piano named 50 Greats for the Piano. Within this book, you'll find 50 popular pieces, classical, waltzes, teaching pieces, a variety of different music. It's worth mentioning that Yamaha recorded the left and the right hand parts independently for each of the pieces. This allows you to mute the left or the right hand for practice. The CLP-535 has a powerful sound system. Plus, it has dual headphone jacks. When you plug into the jacks, it turns off the speakers to allow you to practice in private. It also includes an 1/8-inch line in. This allows you to hook up your smartphone or tablet to play recorded music. The piano also includes dual 1/4-inch line outputs. This is helpful if you wish to hook up the piano to an external sound system such as a church or a school. Additionally, you can use the outputs for an optional subwoofer that would further enhance the quality of the tone. Well, there you have it, the Yamaha Clavinova CLP-535, an amazing digital piano. If you have any questions about this or any other Clavinova, please contact us and we'll be happy to help. That's all we've got today. I'm David Hall with Kraft Music. Thanks for watching.